Ciao papà.
Ciao Cleo.
Cold war feels hard.
I wanted to show, the impacts that relationship can have, and he was at this moment where he's having an existential crisis, and by his interaction with her, she wakes him up, and I had my first child before I wrote this script, so I was thinking about the big impact that makes on your life, and how it changes your priority and point of view.
Mi piace, la mia prima firma sul gesso.
Grazie.
Forte.
I like stories about people at a time of transition. I think that's an interesting time, so this one looks at that. I think there's themes that I'm interested that continue through my work, and just I wanted to show looking at our culture today, and the show business is such a aspect of that, so I wanted to do something set in modern day Los Angeles.
Ho bisogno che tu tenga Cleo.
Ma tu quando torni?
Non lo so.
Sofia created such a relaxed, incredible environment from the beginning, creating things like fake memories, and we all went to dinner as a family, kind of set in the past, and we experienced going to dinner, and we kind of stayed in our characters through that, almost in an improvisation type exercise. And from that, and also I got to pick up Elle from school. Remember that? And I remember driving into this school that I actually went to when I was younger. It was very strange. And I picked up Elle. I immediately wanted my car to not smell like cigarettes, and I wanted to immediately take care of this girl that I hadn't really known. And so I also had to be a safe driver, because her parents trusted me to get her home, and there was no guardian or anything. So immediately I felt like Johnny Marco in that moment, and just those kinds of things that Sofia would give me to do.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
We wanted to get to know the hotel and the Chateau really well, so we all sort of hung out in the room and got to know each other, and we went bowling, and Stephen, he came to one of my volleyball games, and sort of that was like a bonding experience, and we sort of feel like friends, and like you're my dad, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Action!
I think this film came to me at a time in my life where I went through some changes. I think it was the perfect time with the perfect role. The way Sofia embraced me, I was able to embrace the role in a way that just created really one of the most special characters I think I've ever played and ever been given. I think the most thing that I could identify with was some of the isolation that Johnny's going through in the beginning of the film. Loneliness. I think as an actor, I know myself, and I think most people would agree. As a film actor, you spend 3-4 months with people, these families, and then the movie ends. And I always find myself very kind of, especially if I have a great experience like on this one, being very sad after. The team and the people that Sofia had assembled on this film was such like a family in a way that was very different than the normal Hollywood movie. It was incredible people every day. So I remember being very depressed at the end of the movie, and I think that's where Johnny is a little bit. He's kind of numb. He's kind of lonely. He's lost, I find myself sometimes sitting in my house or sitting in a hotel where Johnny is kind of, well, what now? You know, what am I going to do now? I guess I can play my guitar, I guess I can play a little tennis, but other than that, until I'm acting in the next film, there really is nothing for me to do. So I was able to tap into those emotions, and I felt that it was very realistic the way it was positioned in the film. I remember also telling Sofia at the end of the film, if we ever get to work together again, which I hope we do, I said, could we make the shoot longer next time? Because I was so sad after.
E qui con noi una leggenda vivente di Hollywood, Johnny Marco. Congratulazioni Johnny, ecco qua, questo è collegato perché...
Complimenti Marco, lei è davvero bravo.
Beh, anche molto bello, devo dire la verità. Ti lascio il microfono, è tutto tuo.
Grazie. Buonasera a tutti. Grazie mille, è un onore. Grazie.
Che tu non credi, è la gioia che tu volevi, è una cosa che tu non credi.
I went to a Telegati many years ago, so I tried to make it authentic, and for me that world is the same as our show business world, and we have Las Vegas, and I think it's every country, it's a global thing that we all have, this show business world, and I wanted to contrast the character of Elle Fanning with the world of the father in show business. There's definitely stories from memories of going with my dad that I put in the film. Although he's a much different character than my dad, but I always remember it was exciting as a kid to go into the world of adults.
I'll come down and I'll get along with you.
And cut.
Cut.
Okay, good.